You guys are terrible pieces of
Just like the movies we watch. And our reviews.
Yeah.
Isn't that what the comment section says every day?
I'm getting really toasted for Bridget Jones's Diary.
Oh, yeah?
When I said, oh, it's like a middle-aged woman.
Oh, yeah. She's not middle-aged.
I didn't know 30 was middle-aged.
And your wife loves the fact that you think Hugh Grant is so hot.
I didn't say that. I said I wanted to be him.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we read between the lines.
Yeah.
Okay, Reynolds fan.
Yeah, yep. Hey, if I'm going to turn, he's going to make me. Okay.
Hear that, Reynolds?
Ryan.
Call me.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Movie Related. Well, when there's nothing on and we're bored out of our minds, we like to challenge and torture each other. So we decided to have another movie challenge. And I didn't start this one. Paul started this one. And you challenged Mark to watch what movie?
What one was? Oh,
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland. And I said that because somebody recommended it to me. And I said,
Someone recommended this to you.
is it good? And they said, no, but you gotta watch it.
So he challenged Mark.
I watched it.
And then Mark, in return, challenged me to watch Jiu Jitsu.
Right.
Take note, 2 Nicolas Cage movies.
Yes.
By the way, I hate you right now. I even texted him as I started watching this movie how much I hated him.
It's funny, though, because I was going to watch it, and then he
kept bugging
texted
us
me.
to review the movie. We gotta watch this one, guys. It's good. We gotta watch it.
And then he texted me and said, I hate you so much right now. And I'm like, I'm not watching it.
Yeah. And then I challenged Paul to watch
Dolittle?
Dolittle.
No Nicolas Cage in Dolittle.
That's right. It might have been better, believe it or not. So we're going to talk about those 3 movies in our We Challenge You movie challenge right after this.
Is that the official name? We Challenge You movie challenge?
We Challenge You movie challenge. Well, since you were the first one to be challenged, let's go over your movie.
Okay, so Paul messaged me and said, okay, this is your movie to watch, Willy's Wonderland. I said, well, okay, what's it about? He goes, just go ahead and watch it. So I looked up the cast, and okay, Nick Cage. I haven't heard of this movie before. I don't know. Are you familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's, the video game? It's that, basically. It's animatronics, and Nick Cage gets locked in this.
I'm thinking Night at the Museum.
Kind of, but he's in this fun house, right? Where it's like where you would have birthday parties and the ball pit, like a kid's play place, right? But it's abandoned. Apparently, it's haunted. Okay, so a bunch of criminals did some kind of a sacrifice, and their spirits are now living in these animatronic doll things. Nick Cage doesn't say a word. Not one word in the entire movie.
That's probably good.
That could be good right now. He doesn't have his classic freak out, though.
Wait, does he do his crazy face?
No, not really. However, there is a section where, okay, so he gets, okay. So they go to this fun house. He goes inside. He explains what he has to do, and they lock him in. Right? They chain the door shut and everything else. And he's like, okay. And the guy's like, don't forget, you got to take breaks. Okay. So this guy has a
so far it's riveting.
soda addiction, right? So every hour or so his watch will beep.
Oh.
And it doesn't matter what he's doing. When his watch beeps, he takes his break. And he goes to the fridge and he pulls out this fictional punch soda. A fistful of caffeine for your kisser.
Soda addiction is no joke.
And so like clockwork, he drinks the soda. Crush. Garbage. Every hour or so. And he's playing the pinball machines while he's on his break. And it doesn't matter, he could be in the middle of a fight with one of these animatronic things that's trying to kill him. If his watch beeps, he goes, he gets a soda, he drinks a soda, plays a video game. Takes a break. Okay. So anyway, And there's one point in the movie where, like, towards the end where he's playing the video game and there's music playing, right? Like a rock song or whatever it was. And Nick Cage is, like, dancing while he's playing the pinball machines. Like, but it was very obviously filmed without music. And he was dancing without the music.
Without rhythm or...
Without anything. And the music was added after because it doesn't jive, right? It doesn't go together. And so anyway, the subplot is there's a group of kids that are trying to burn this place down because if it's one of the kids, her mother was killed there when she was a child, or her parents were killed there when she was a child. So her entire thing is try to burn it down. Now the town police are basically, they made a deal with these animatronics.
Are you following this so far?
I'm trying. They made a deal with the animatronics to feed them if they left the townsfolk alone, right? So these kids trying to burn it down, the police are trying to protect the place. I don't know why they're having such a hard time destroying these animatronics because really Nick Cage is a couple punches and these things are dead, right? So here's what I think is happening right now, okay? I think Nicolas Cage is capitalizing on his reputation to not be a very good actor. And I think he's going to release a string of B movies in hopes that they become some kind of a cult classic B movie thing. And I think that's what Jiu Jitsu is, and I think that's what this is.
You know he's been doing this for 6 years now.
I think it started with the what is it? The guy with the head on fire. Ghost Rider. I think it started with that.
I think that was a valid attempt at
That was
a movie.
That was a superhero movie.
But I think that's what put him on this path.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're saying out of 10...
I'm saying, listen, if you're into B movies, this was actually entertaining to watch.
So it's campy.
It's very campy.
Okay.
It was...
So what would you rate it?
It's one of those
On
movies that's so bad, okay?
It's funny.
That it's like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, right? It's one of them.
So give it a rating.
So I'm
based on that.
Based on B movie genre, I'm going to give it a 7.
Oof.
But if you're looking for a good movie, this is a 4. Right? If you're thinking A-list movie, this is a 4. But if you're thinking
Plan 9 from Outer Space,
if you're thinking
okay.
that I'm ready for just a B-rated movie, this is actually pretty good for a B-rated movie.
okay. Well, we're going to try and keep this under 10 minutes. So Paul, you have 30 seconds.
Well, I'm going to throw everything on its head for this challenge because I did not hate Dolittle. Okay, was it a perfect movie? No. Okay, it looked like it was filmed plot-wise for children. The antics were for children.
Yes.
But I'm watching it and I'm saying, well, the way Robert Downey Jr. is talking all monotone and quiet, and I don't know about you, but old-timey British surroundings, like with castles and old houses, and I don't think kids like that.
Harry Potter.
No, that's a haunted school and stuff like that. But this, when I was a kid, I would look at this and say, well, I do not see anything different between this and a boring National Geographic special. So it's aimed at kids, but they put a bunch of stuff in it that kids would be bored at. But the animals, I thought, although they were really CGI, they were fine. You had this one point where there's a tiger named Barry, and a gorilla kicks him between the legs, and he goes, "Oh, you got me in the berries." And I thought that was funny.
Yeah, you would.
There was a psychopathic squirrel named Kevin, and all the way through he's going and he's plotting against one of the child characters. So I asked my wife, because I'm always wrong. I asked my wife, was this a good movie or was this a bad movie? She goes, I thought this was a great movie.
Yeah.
So
I know your wife.
Yeah. It had animals in it. She's going to like the movie.
Who's going in to not criticize and just enjoy a movie, thought the movie was good. I thought the movie was okay.
If you would have paid $20 to see this movie in the theater.
20.
Popcorn.
I'll pay $11.99.
Nope, I'll let Don pay.
And I would have come out saying, well, it's not really what I wanted, but it was okay.
Yeah. Now remember, this was Robert Downey Jr.'s big movie.
But forget about the Avengers.
After being Tony Stark.
I can see your face right now exiting the movie theater. It is not a happy face.
No.
After watching this.
It would have been
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not.
Okay.
See, mine was, when I came out of this.
Because you were all wrapped up in Endgame and Tony Stark
No.
and his
No, I've been a big fan since Chaplin of Robert Downey Jr. I know his acting. I know how good he can be with Sherlock Holmes and that. And then I saw this, and I couldn't even understand the words coming out of his mouth.
But he also did that one with the court case with his father. And,
the judge.
And that wasn't very good.
I didn't mind that film. I was still okay with that film. This one I hate it.
I didn't hate this one.
Oh, all right.
Knowing that it was focused for children, I thought it was okay.
Okay.
So it's a children's movie that children wouldn't like, and you were okay with that.
I think if you could get your children past the old-timey British stuff...
and they're not understanding the main character?
They would be enthralled with the animals.
Talking animals.
Yeah, they would have loved that.
All right.
So
Because we haven't seen that done before.
I'll give it a 6.
Okay.
A 6. All right, a 6. I would have gave it a 3, and by the way, that's pretty much what everyone who saw it in theaters gave it. It did not do well.
Because they wanted Tony Stark.
No, they wanted a good movie. This was not a good movie.
Well, tell us about Jiu Jitsu.
Okay, let me tell you about Jiu Jitsu. It sucked.
Done.
Thanks, everybody. All right. This is one of those movies that is a cheaply made film, and all that's in it is a very flimsy plot line with martial arts. And unfortunately, like B or C rated martial arts. Like not top of the line, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, to quote, or it's not, it's not good. It is so bad that you can see the guy, like, who's coming in to fight, and he brings his hand out, and he's okay, this is where I swing over your head, and you're going to bring your left arm up and block it. And you can actually see the guy kind of hold his arm there like this, waiting for the other guy's arm to come up and hit it to block it. At one point, there's an explosion, and the hero is flown back like this. And it looked, hey, great. Except then they switch to the back of him, and you can see the back of him, so he's coming towards you. And there's this big triangle out his back of his shirt being pulled away from his body, where you can see the cord is pulling him to go back. Like, it was that bad. The plot is there's an alien that comes to Earth.
Alien?
Yep, there's an alien that comes to Earth every 6 years, and he challenges the Jiu Jitsu people. And if they fight, it doesn't matter if they win or die. If he respects them, everything is okay. He goes away. He comes back another 6 years later. If they are cowards and they run away, he kills everybody in the villages and everything all around. That's the plot line. The alien.
I don't mind that.
Oh no, it sounds great. Except the alien is this tin guy, and with blue here on his face and his mask, and then every once in a while, his face comes out, and it's just these glowing eyes and like this. And why are you showing a face that's stupid looking?
You do it every day.
Yeah, but I have no choice. The director had a choice. At one point, there's a whole army of soldiers in this camp. There had to be 100 soldiers, and it's like 6 buildings. That's all that's there, 6 buildings. In the middle of the desert. And there's 100 soldiers, all with machine guns. And all of a sudden, this one guy shows up, and he starts kicking everybody. And everyone he fights pulls out a knife. And then when he beats that guy, and he starts running down the top of the roof and everything, all of a sudden you see these fake bullet shots, pew, 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 all behind him, until he reaches the next guy. They fight with a knife again. Then he beats another guy with a knife again. And then he runs some more on the rooftop, pew, pew, pew. I'm going, what the heck is going on? And that is the entire plot.
I'm so happy with the movie choice I gave you.
But wait, you haven't said anything about Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage shows up as this crazy fighter who is somehow related to the story. Everybody knows him. He's living in this cave, and they have this little one fight scene with this huge martial arts guy, and Nicolas Cage holds his own against him. Sure he does, at 60-some years old. But then, it turns out at the end, there's a plot twist. Because you're not going to watch this film. You're not going to watch this film. I'm going to tell you right now, don't watch this film. The plot twist is, he's his father. That's why he's there. And at the end, he sacrifices himself and fights the hero of the story. Jiu Jitsu carries on every 6 years. And this guy is the one guy's father. and he actually ran away. And
I still don't follow. You talking about Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage is his father.
Is whose father?
Of the hero of the story. Of the guy I have no idea who he is.
I thought Nick Cage was the hero.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's just some guy who shows up in a cave. More than 3/4 of the way through the
So
movie.
the hero
almost.
of the story is another white guy?
Yeah. He's one of those C-list actors who only appears in this kind of movie.
Okay, so great. So we got a Star Wars twist.
No, it sucked. The fighting was bad, and I'll watch some of those horrible martial arts Chinese and movies, some of them that are really fake and really bad, and I still enjoy them because they're kind of campy and they're fun, and you can laugh at them. This was just poorly done.
Did the alien respect everybody and go away?
No, they killed him.
Wow, that's a twist.
They killed the alien. Yeah. And even the simplest thing, like there's this time portal in this cave, like Stargate kind of thing, that the alien comes through. And even that they botch. Because you see this alien coming from way in a distance, this silver suit with a blue mask, running in a distance. And all of a sudden it stops. And then he's about 10 feet further, and he runs again, and then he's 10 feet further, and he runs again, and then he gets right to the gate, and he bursts through the gate. But he doesn't just show up at the gate. All of a sudden, he phases in, he phases out, he phases in, he phases out, he phases in, like 5 times, and then there he is. And then they just bow to each other. Because apparently aliens taught all the monks respect in culture.
Well, I can't wait for Jiu
By the
Jitsu
way.
2.
Well, you're gonna wait. Well, you know what? I can't say you never, because I've seen some movies that are exactly like this that have 2 and 3 in the
Okay, well,
sequels.
the last bunch of movies that we reviewed, you gave like 3 out of 10.
This is a 2, and I just like.
Nobody can please you.
Well, there's no way this is pleasing to anybody. Had the fighting been at least okay, I would have gave it a 4. But the fighting is so poorly choreographed.
Okay.
So poorly choreographed.
Do you think the sequel is going to be called Jiu Jitsu 2?
There is no plot.
So I guess I win because I actually enjoyed mine.
Well, Don wins
Don wins everything.
because he gave you the good movie.
That's the name of the next channel.
He lost a challenge because he gave me a good movie.
Yeah, I suppose. You suck, Don.
Either way, Jiu Jitsu was bad. Dolittle was bad. And whatever the hell you watched is bad too.
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland. So as you can see, we're not smart with each other, and we challenge each other to watch really bad movies instead of watching good movies that the other people haven't seen. So stay tuned for our next challenge of how to torture each other and watching bad movies challenge.
Oh, that's the title.
There you
That's
go.
it.
3 guys in the torture chamber. I don't know. Let us know, have you seen any of these movies? And if you haven't, don't. That's our advice. Until next time, we'll see you on the channel.
3 guys in an S&M chamber.
That's the name of our 4th channel.